Previously on Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. On the bright side, I understand what sadness is now.
Good! That's good, Apollo!
What? Who's there?
I'm inside your head, Apollo! That's right, despair! Let it consume you!
Hey, get out of here. This is my dude, alright? I'm the one who's supposed to be inside his head talking to him and giving him shit to do.
Get out of your goto, you Cyclops-wielding fuck!
If you don't get out of here right now, I'm gonna throw coffee right in your stupid furry face.
Oh, god damn it! I'm gonna find a really elaborate way to kill you later!
Now back to screeching at people.
Hello!
This is NicoB, back with some more Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. When we last left off, we began the final case of the game, and we met what is probably the most striking image of a humanized SpongeBob SquarePants ever. And apparently, he is, according to you guys, he's like one of the most hated Ace Attorney characters. I can kind of see why. I like just from the very brief encounter I had with him, I was like, this guy seems like he has potential to be very annoying. But the good news is that I have found someone who really just, like, anybody deserved the Moshirige voice. It's that guy right there. And I think about it, even Moshirige's laugh almost sounds like SpongeBob. Fine, we finished the first part of the investigation. Now we're going to the trial, and I'm guessing we're going to be grilling SpongeBob Nerd Pants here. But probably not going to be him, because it would be it's way too early, right? Because, come on, that's how it goes, right? We never find the bad guy at the very freaking beginning. That would be breaking Phoenix Wright code. Anyway, let's get started. October 8th, 9:48 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 6. Six. When do we ever go to 6? It's usually, I don't even know we have that many defendant lobbies. So it's usually always lobby number 2 or 3 or something. All right, Trucy, time to, oh, wait, no, it's you. Good morning. Good morning.
So you're Vera, right? I'm Trucy Wright. That's right, with a W. But not right.
Right.
We're on your side.
Nationwide is on yours.
You can tell us anything, please.
Please, say something.
Good morning.
She speaks. Oh, yes. Yes, there's hope.
Not bad. That's good. But I think you can do better with a little smile, you know? You're so pretty, you need to sell yourself, you know?
Trucy, let's take it easy for starters. Oh! Oh my god! Wow, you just jumped up a whole like 20 pegs in my book.
Thank you for taking my case.
Big smile! Oh, look how kawaii that big face is. He's so happy to see us.
Oh my god!
Okay, well, that's a start, I guess.
I don't make facial expressions. I draw them.
Okay. There she goes with the nail polish again, which has got to be significant in some way, right? Again, I guess that must be a paintbrush, because I guess, but it's also in the shape of a hand, so it sort of makes it confusing.
That's great, really. It's so cultured. Want to try? Oh, really? Wow, how'd you do that? You made it look exactly like the other one, like you photocopied it or something.
Girls, The victim's remission was a forger, and the stolen painting was found in his studio. A life of crime, really, and maybe one that led to his death. October 8th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 3. All right. I swear to God, if you guys cut straight to me again, you guys better be fucking talking. Say something. Do it. Yes. Oh, shut up, all of you. What the fuck is wrong with you? Talking in the middle of a freaking courtroom. Oh, God, I missed to say that. Oh, I missed saying that so bad. Oh, I feel complete now. Okay, anyway. Well, we now are... Oh, God. Oh, yep. I think this might be the time I finally die. I think I might die in the middle of this trial. Begin the trial of a... Oh, God, this is it. I see the light. No, I'm back again. God damn it. Will you just let me die already, God? I am 432. I think it's well past my time. Mayor Bishop.
Is the judge okay? His voice is all raspy and he's looking around all nervous like...
He looks even crazier than he usually does.
Repercussions of today's trial will most likely be felt for a long time. Now, it may indeed alter our legal system forever.
Today is its test of the juror system, and the first step toward an order in our courts.
Daddy's secret mission.
Yeah, I know what you were saying.
The jurors will function like a jury. It is hoped their inclusion will help the courts to better reflect the people's will.
Why, aren't there any jurists in the courtroom?
3 closed-circuit cameras watch this courtroom at all times. The jurors have access to everything that transpires. Just judge well and judge cool.
Now, see here, Prosecutor Gavin. I was going to say that.
My apologies, Air Judge.
I'm jurors today, whatever he fucking said. Today's trial. Judge today's trial coolly. If you would be so kind, or I will take you outside. Fuck you in the streets.
The jurists are unbound by the letter of the law. They don't affect the trial with evidence, but they're by their feelings. Is that normal? That's not something that's normally done, though. They have a jury not actually in the trial with them. They would have it in another room where they're like watching it live from a live feed. I don't think they usually do that.
It's because the artist didn't want to have to draw a new background with more people. Although, honestly, who the fuck are these other people in here? Who are they fucking supposed to be? Just kind of onlookers? Like,
I didn't think they let like just anybody come in there, though. We're about to find out what effect they're going to have.
You're all Prosecutor Gavin the details of the case if you would. Are we not going to explain why I was acting weird earlier?
The victim is the painter, Drew Mitchell. He was killed in his own studio. His coffee was poisoned. By whom, you ask? By none other than the defendant, Mayor Mitchell.
There wasn't any poison in the coffee.
At whom? Someone has been doing their homework. Indeed, poison was not present in the coffee, but on the mug itself.
The mug? Residue was found in the rim, I see. It's all blue and gooey.
The autopsy report describes the manner of our victim's death.
Court accepts this as evidence. Get it in my pocket. According to this report, the victim's death was caused by atroquinine poisoning.
A chemical compound that does not occur naturally. Lethal dosage is a mere 0.002 milligrams. A touch of atroquinine in the body is the touch of the Reaper's scythe.
Oh, that sounds hot. Very well, Prosecutor Gavin, you may present your witness.
I have for you today a simple man for a simple case. A simple man that lives on a pineapple under the sea. A man who witnessed the murder in its entirety.
That journalist, no doubt. Oh boy, here he comes.
Oh yes, I can tell this is going to be an interesting one today. The witness will state his name and occupation.
Twist my nipples harder.
Okay, calm down. We have just started this. You have to at least go like a few lines in before you start getting really weird.
Right, Russell. Well, for stars, my name's Spark Russell. My job is a lone observer of the world. And my other job is to have these really weird twitches all the time. Oh God, having a seizure.
In other words, a freelance journalist, right?
You don't mind, I'd like to say something here for the record. Yes, Mr. Brushell. I dislike conclusion, specifically the jumping to aspect of conclusions.
He's taking is it a toothbrush and he's brushing his head? I mean, I guess it's supposed to be, and that's why when he opens his mouth, his teeth are like super clean. So I guess he just like, I don't know, I guess he cares a lot about his dental hygiene. I'm betting, possibly, if he ends up having a freak out, it's gonna be something to have to do with his teeth. Maybe like his teeth pop out and turns out they're fucking dentures or some crazy shit.
Preconceptions make park, sandbox, endless desert waste, end quote.
But you are a journalist. You said so yourself yesterday.
Well, that's true, yes. But you must understand, I stand for you today, a man with a dream. I have a dream that one day I will teach Squidward to love me. I'm offering you my testimony in exchange for exclusive rights to the story. Scoops, turn Mr. Brushell into that, Mr. Brushell, end quote. Oh my God, I can already tell I'm gonna fucking hate this guy. Let's hear your testimony then, shall we?
Civil case, hey Gavin? For me, the jury is still out. Oh, damn it, why didn't I say that out loud? Oh, everyone was, that was so cool. Damn it. Journalist story.
I visited the studio around 9 o'clock that night to do the interview. The first outsider to enter the atelier. A journalistic history made, end quote. His daughter brought us coffee right after we started. And you know what happened next? Star falls, end quote. And then I twisted my nipples just like this.
Sorry, but could you please stop twisting our nipples when you talk?
Hey, leave the man alone. That man can twist his nipples as much as he wants. Lord knows I do that all the time when you guys aren't looking. No one else entered the room besides here the whole time? Doesn't sound like a simple case. Unless you were the one to poison him, you're going to jail. What are you saying, Dutch? Sorry, I thought you were Moshirige for a second. I just felt the need to fucking run you over with my big rig. Need I remind you that the cameras are rolling today? I felt the need to be a bit dramatic.
You didn't do it, did you?
Me do anything like that? Come on, that's like newsmaker making the news, end quote. Or even contemporary witch hunt, end quote. I know, wild accusations, courtroom, end quote.
Okay. Seriously, shut up. Rock indeed.
Prosecutor Gavin sure looks like he's having fun.
I'm so... yeah, I'm so fucking happy for him, Trucy. I really like Apollo. Like, I don't know. It's just... I just love his absolutely dry, just like, delivery of everything. It's just... It's so fucking funny.
Well, mention us your cross-examination, please.
All right. Journalist story. All right. Weirdo McWeirton. All right, nothing stood out, like, immediately, so... visit the studio around 9 o'clock that night to do the interview.
Hold it.
9 o'clock at night? Isn't that a little late for an interview?
The great painter Drew Misham says come at 9 o'clock. Leave you me, I go at 9 o'clock. First, as it turned out, last interview with a prolific painter.
Right. Can you tell us what it was like when you arrived? His daughter brought us coffee right after we started. Would you mind being a little more specific?
Oh, Let me tell you, I enjoy a cuppa. In fact, it all began when I was in the 3rd grade. No, wait, fourth grade.
It's not what I meant.
I believe I know what Air Forehead is driving at. This coffee the victim was served. Did anyone other than the defendant touch it?
Right, that. I was going to say, really.
Well, now if you got a question to ask, you better straight up ask it. That's why I tell all the new recruits several times if necessary. Right for a great schooler. That's my motto. Isn't it say that?
Who does the coffee? Tell me. Tell me, Teeth Man.
No. I was in the back laying in the studio's equipment when she served it.
And what happened next?
Okay. And you know what happened next. Stars Falls ends quote. What's this about, a star falling?
Star Falls, huh? It's like an old telegram. Send money over.
Now you don't know? That's like a journalism code word. An important personage passes away. A star falls. Get it? Don't you get it?
But there's no gravity in space, is there? I wouldn't think stars could fall, really.
Does this matter?
Oh boy, it's good stuff. How about star breaks? Not Lex punch. I know. Star dies. Painful, stupid death. Not Lex imagination. Of course, you go with Drew dies. Straight to the point. I like it. I'd like it.
I think we need to hear more. I think we need to hear something a little more substantial. The moment of death, Brussels coffee, the star's coffee. You say Mr. Misham had the coffee too, but did you actually see him drink the coffee?
Of course. He who sees it wins, but he who says it wins bigger. End quote. Live in a man sees dog eat dog, dog eat dog, and writes about it world.
Yet?
I guess I can't say I saw him drink it really. He had one so-called sip, if that. Man puts lips to mud, drinks, end quote. That poison is quite virulent, I hear. My stomach did a so-called somersault. So, since I gulped down that coffee without so much as a second glance at it. Wait, maybe something's there. Some kind of so-called trick. Anyone want to venture a guess for the record? Anybody?
Does this guy have a pause button?
Well, Mr. Justice, did you find that testimony valuable?
Traces of the slow-acting deadly poison which we found in the room. But he put his mouth to it. I mean, that's all it really would take. I'll say very important, I don't know. The victim drank his coffee, then immediately fell over.
Oh, yes, you can go to the press with that one.
Your Honor, this is a vital piece of information. Please add to the testimony.
Very well, the witness will add this to his testimony. Right?
He had one sip, if that. Next moment, he was on the floor. Oh, that's right. The poison is slow acting, though. Trace of a, yeah. There we go. You know what I have a problem with? A particular property of the poison used. A trichonine.
Oh, Prosecutor was quite clear about the poison. Lethal dosage of 0.002 milligrams. Paralyzed central nervous system. You drink that, even you, Mr. Justice, would be fucking dead. You'd be reduced to a quivering pile of horse shit.
Why are you using me as an example? Unfortunately, we weren't told everything. There was a vital omission in Prosecutor Gavin's information.
No mission?
Atroquinine is as virulent as he says, but death doesn't come upon ingestion, not immediately. That's because atroquinine is slow acting.
Slow acting? What?
According to the one forensic scientist.
It's one of the most virulent poisons, but is absorbed into the body astonishingly and slow. Takes at least 15 minutes from the time of ingestion for adverse effects to show.
If we suppose that the moment Mr. Misham sipped the coffee was when he sealed his fate, then he still would have had time left to enjoy his last cup of joe.
Oh my god, what is wrong with your neck? Oh my god, his posture is insane. Looks like his neck is on backwards. What's the meaning of this? And what event says is correct? Why, that contradicts the entire testimony we just heard already.
Well, Mr. Brush, anything to say on the record?
Slow acting, slow act. It was virulent, all right. That even then it had already begun digging his claws into the journalist.
He's working on his big scoop.
Oh, it's Brussel, yeah. Herr Brussel, let's take a trip back down memory lane. I can already tell you're going to be a real pain in my gonads.
Huh?
Did the victim really die the instant he took a sip? Think it over. This is vital.
You know what I think? I think that was not so subliminal suggestion. End quote.
I admit it does cause a problem if he died when you say he died.
So I'm going to tell you now. Change your story.
I would be forced to say auf Wiedersehen to my simple case, and you would be forced to say farewell to your article.
Come again?
You can't write a story based on conjecture, can you? And as the case drags on, other reporters will pick up the scent, and you'll be forced to kiss your exclusive scoop goodbye.
Scoop? Wait, what the hell was that? Ew, what's he doing? Ew, 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 ew. Oh my god, this has got to be the grossest freaking nervous look I've ever seen in an Ace Attorney.
Ew, he's taking the tip of his tongue to wet the toothbrush, I guess, and then scrub his glasses. Oh, that's so fucking gross. I'm pretty sure that would not clean them. That would just like smear it all over.
Yeah, oh, that's what I need in my life. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just dig in there deep. Look, wait, just wait 1 second. Just 1 second.
Great. So we're just gonna like let him change his story after Clavier just so clearly was like, oh yes, I do think it would be very good if you change your story.
Waiting. Oh, thank you, little fuck. I think I just scrawled a so-called important detail. Rival of recollection, end quote. Story survival, end quote.
Attorney utterly confused, end quote.
Actually, I did not know. I didn't know something when I visited the studio. I'd heard of poison that takes a sweet time. See?
But not what I've been saying for the last few minutes, apparently.
Rush, are you saying you know something that explains what happened? You bet I am. The antidote for poison is contradiction. End quote, you might say.
Or I still have no fucking dicks what you're talking about, end quote. You might say.
I figured out, but only after an in-depth interview. See, thanks to my journalism skills, I know who poisoned that coffee.
Okay.
Order! I'm confused. We're like, oh, fuck that contradiction. Let's just keep going.
As far as I can tell, the witness is standing by his testimony that Mr. Misham died the instant after he drank.
Oh. Okay.
Of course, I'm staying by my testimony. All right, well, it didn't change it. So. My dream of exclusive rights to the story.
I suppose it was too much to hope for.
What was?
Of course, he wouldn't choose a simple case, not him.
Him?
Phoenix Wright, who else? Actun, Herr Brussel, report for us if you would. What is it that you noticed?
Stop smiling so much! We're in a critical trial of the nerve system. Afraid no room for doubt is permissible. I will fucking kill somebody if I have to. You will testify to the court about what you've noticed.
Okay. What Brussel noticed. So this is gonna explain that, or supposedly.
When I arrived at the studio, Mr. Misham was at his desk. He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. I thought nothing of it at the time, of course. And I think about it. What if he was writing a suicide note? Oh, God!
Suicide note?
Yes, he had this look on his face. Man's face inscrutable as a quadratic equation. End quote.
Suicide? Poor Mr. Misham. But that means Vera's innocent.
Was someone commit suicide in the middle of an interview?
Oh.
Yeah, just put it like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it while this guy's in the room, and I'm gonna poison my own coffee and just fuck with some heads. Well, you may begin your cross-examination. Okay, bring it on, dentist man. Okay, when I arrived at the studio, Mr. Mission was at his desk. Was there anyone at the studio other than Mr. Misham?
Well, starter Vera, of course.
Was anyone besides Mr. Misham and Vera present?
Not a single one, not a cat, not a rat, not even a mouse.
The only person who didn't belong to the studio there was you, wasn't it, Mr. Brusho?
I know what you're doing. I know your game. My nipples sense your danger. Dirty is classic Ramsden phenomenon ploy, end quote.
If you intend to suggest that this reporter is a suspect, I'm sure you also intend to present evidence supporting that assertion, correct? In the meantime, let's move on, shall we?
He seemed to be writing a letter, but he quickly sealed the envelope. I thought nothing of it at the time, of course. Now that I think about it, he was writing a suicide note. I'm just gonna press him on that one. That's the one I'm like. A suicide note?
Well, yeah, don't quote me or anything. Just saying it's a possibility, you know.
So you didn't actually check the letter?
Of course not. It was sealed. Contents of a can unknown until can is open, end quote.
You can always check the label.
Think Mr. Mission was writing a suicide note?
If he was, that would solve the case in a jiffy.
That makes me wonder about that letter.
Okay, he seemed to be writing quickly, but seemed to be writing a letter but he quickly sealed the envelope. So he put the letter away when he saw you?
Early reporter gets worm, end quote. That's my secret.
I'm not sure I follow.
Tonight in the interview, I arrived 15 minutes ahead of schedule. The handle turns, the door opens, I barge in.
Are you sure it's okay to do? I mean, isn't that an unlawful entry, really?
Mr. Bishop sure seemed to think so. You should have seen him. Cram's letter into that yellow envelope as fast as he could. Oh. I know a secret when I spot one, and that was one.
Yellow envelope. But I see this is a red envelope. Does seem significant. Well, it's justice. I wonder, does it have the ring of something important? Add a testimony, there we go. Fist finds this testimony vital, Your Honor. Well, please add to your testimony then.
Hey, why not? My account comes free of charge.
It was a yellow envelope. I heard it was left at the crime scene. Wrong! As it just so happens, there was a single letter in a desk at the drawers at the scene. In a red envelope!
Oh my God! Oh!
Holy shit! Whoa! Wow, you have a very squishy, gelatin fit-like face. Prosecutor Gavin.
Yes?
Was a yellow envelope found at the scene of the crime?
Unfortunately, no. But air forehead. It's easy to mistake the color of an envelope.
I guess, but not this envelope. You see, it was postmarked already, 7 years ago.
Well, Mr. Marshall, I explained that. True, right? You wanted to get that letter in an envelope pronto. So, get out of my sight, out of my beady, get out of the sight of my beady eyes, right? So I grabbed the nearest envelope and crammed it away.
And what about the whole red and yellow envelope contradiction, chump? I feel like this guy's like not paying any attention to what he's saying. Well, Justice, have you anything to say to the witness's claim? The night the victim put a letter he'd been writing in a red envelope. That's impossible.
I like your expression. So full of confidence.
It's simple, really. As it just so happens, the defense team investigated the contents of this envelope with the assistance of forensic scientists.
But
Note that this letter is addressed to Drew Misham.
Ah!
Why would he address the letter to himself? Oh yeah, that too. Let alone send a suicide note to himself.
I'm scooped! My posture is fucking horrid. Or, Mr. President, explain this to a court. Oh, my, how can I have forgotten? Suppose this happens to the best of us. Reporter gets old, forgets a lot, end quote. Stop, waiver, fucking explanation, Mr. President! Don't make me come out there! Well, that's the thing, see? After he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something.
His desk drawer?
Yes, a stamp, a so-called postage stamp, end quote.
Stamp? Whatever for?
Oh, mail his letter, what else? And then, yes, I think I saw him put it in his letterbox. Yes, it was a yellow envelope, and he put it in that box.
Well, apparently this yellow letter has nothing to do with this case.
Oh, but how I wish it did. Just think if that were a suicide note, what a story. Star writes suicide note in front of a reporter, false, end quote. I was saying, oh yeah, yep, I was right. I do hate you. I fucking hate you. That has nothing to do with this case. That said,
Yes, Your Honor.
makes you wonder about the contents of that red envelope. This is Judge slowly reading the letter. 100,000 K is quite a good deal of money.
So this was from 7 years ago, yeah.
Oh, I smell something. Oh, so am I finished here? Yeah, I mean, am I finished here? I was thinking of, going home to start writing.
Why are we dramatically jumping between characters?
Okay, seriously, you gotta stop making that expression. I hate to state what should be pretty obvious to anyone, but when you catch the scent of a story, you make that, rather unique face.
Come on!
Good, good. I like how, good, I'm finally gonna point out one of these guys' weird fucking expressions.
Turning his active imagination, little else, end quote. No, even I know something. My eyes aren't what they used to be. Good God, man, your nose turns like fucking like a massive red pimple shows up. Starts pulsating, then it grows eyes, and I swear to God, can stare into my soul. I'm starting to understand what all this perceiving stuff is about.
Please, Judge, you'll never have eye lasers as amazing as these. Just as active imagination, end quote.
Shut up, you little fucker. Well, I'll get lasers one day. One day.
Good, we can do like a triangle of lasers. I'll be shooting my laser at your forehead, your forehead shoot a laser at you, and you shoot your laser at me. And it'll be a beautiful triangle of colors, and it'll be beautiful.
And we'll probably all die in the process. Please continue with our testimony. Tell us about the center of the story. Hey, I'm the one asking questions here. Usually, oh my, that is the grossest fucking thing ever. Center of a story. Actually took a bit of work to get thumbs up on the interview. Reporter leverages story, gets interview, end quote. Story concerned a certain case from 7 years ago. That envelope probably has something to do with it. So you will, but Drew's talent was without compare. So you threatened to go to the press with this story. That's how you got your interview? Blackmail? Well, yes. I mean, no, oh shit. It wasn't exactly blackmail, I mean, something wrong, Mr. Brushel. Am I just gonna pretend I didn't hear that first part? Look, this is my tidbit. Journalist info is livelihood, end quote. I see. All you have to be chatting away and hear what's going on out there. What are some Wally Wordsworth or Sally Scooper gets wind of my story? They could be going to the press while I'm going to waste. Court feels your pain, Mr. Brushel. And my ears are in severe pain right now from listening to you. Mr. Justice, let's pick up the pace. Let's get this shit done.
Certain case 7 years ago. Wait, 7 years ago.
7 years ago, go.
End of a story. Okay. Oh, here we go.
Time for God of bracelet powers. Alright, find this weird thing. It's probably when he's making a really weird, goofy face.
The story concerned a certain case from 7 years ago. A certain case 7 years ago? Tell us what case.
Let me say one thing, Mr. Attorney, and you can quote me on this. I can't talk about that case.
Why not?
It's about journalistic pride, staunchness, and credibility connections, and nipple twisting. Journalistic reveals sources only over his dead body, end quote. So what'll it be? Gonna be strangle me? Tell Mr. Attorney. You won't strangle me like this. No, you won't twist my nipples like that either.
He sounds pretty determined not to talk.
Mortissa Bricking's will aren't looking good.
Say what you will, but Drew's talent was without compare. Just how amazing was Mr. Misham's talent?
Wee boy, I mean, hey, he's a star, man, a star. Flow of his brush like a great undulating river across canvas. Ours paint slides up studio like sun, end quote.
This guy's full of wacky gestures. The one that just now was wackier than usual.
It's kind of nervous to me, Apollo.
Definitely. You know what that means? I'm sensing something different than before. Maybe it's time to bring out you-know-what.
Yeah, whip me out. Shoot that stupid fucking smile right off his face.
Do it, Apollo! Okay.
Oh my God!
Fatality.
Okay. Time for... Man, I do not see the problem anywhere. Like, I have no idea. I mean, it was saying that it was this one, right? That he was having a problem he had a hard time with. Say what you will. But Drew's talent was without compare, but I don't see any... Nothing seems to have changed. Oh my god. Okay. One of you guys wrote a comment. They said, Nico, for this next case, just remember, don't sweat it. And another one replied to that, like, oh, that really tripped me up too. And I was like, oh, okay, like, just keep that in mind. So I was actually looking, I was like, but I think I looked at the wrong arm. I was, right? Unless this pit sweat too. No, it was, yeah, I was looking under, I was like thinking, oh, is he sweating under his arms? No, he's sweating under just this one arm, which for fuck's sake doesn't even make any stupid sense. Why would it just be that one arm? But yes, okay, so there's the sweat thing. I figured this might be what the tricky part one of you guys was talking about, but, so yep, there it is. For some reason, it just dries up really quickly. Gotcha, bitch! Oh, fucking finally, God. Sweat much, Mr. Brussel?
Yeah, well, I mean, I can't help his glance, you know?
It's more than that. When Mr. Misham's talent was mentioned, you suddenly began to sweat buckets.
Oh, my nipples!
You're hiding something about his talent.
What? That's ridiculous!
Evidence time. Let's show him where Mr. Misham's true talent lay. Just so happens I have evidence showing the talent mentioned in that letter. Right fucking here. This painting was found in Mr. Misham's studio. There are two problems with this painting. First is it wasn't painted by Mr. Misham. Second is that there was another painting in the studio, which looked exactly like this one, except it was only half done. Then we have a letter discussing a payment of $100,000, which suggests a certain business operation. The business of making forgeries! If I don't decapitate him, he's gonna do it himself. That is all, Your Honor.
Please, everyone! Can we keep this private, please? It's my story, my scoop!
Forgery, that's a serious crime!
Drew Misham is known as an artist these days, but there are rumors he dabbled in another kind of art until a few years back.
Another art meaning forgery?
Drew Misham was talented, alright. Talented at making precise, detailed fakes. A fact that certain criminal elements were quick to discover.
Criminal elements? What? You can't seriously be talking about, oh my god.
Exactly, I'm talking about forging evidence.
Oh my Edgeworth.
Rumors started circulating 7 years ago.
7 years ago? Oh my god, I remember it like it was yesterday. I looked exactly the same. So, okay. Forging evidence of the Phoenix Wright trial, right? And that's what got him disbarred. So we understand this letter. Payment of $100,000 is for.
Exactly. Forged evidence this tiny. Prominent quote.
Well, it's like our victim was living a double life. On the edge. He didn't play by the rules. What a badass. Aha, this is my chance. So the victim had ties to the criminal world, right? We could have had plenty of it. He could have had plenty of enemies we know nothing about.
This is my first time hearing of this criminal world. We certainly found no criminal connections when we conducted our investigation.
But how do you explain all this money? You have to admit there's possibly some illegal activity here.
But there is no proof tying this letter to our case. Our case was and remains simple from the beginning. Only the defendant could have poisoned that mug that night. And you, of course.
I don't think I poisoned my pet when I write my reviews.
Mr. Marshall, your testimony at this point has been quite unreliable. You are useless to me. Die, useless Moshirige. No! I don't speak well of your reporting acumen.
What are you talking about? My journalism is rock solid. Journalism so solid you can stand an elephant on it. End quote.
In any case, let's hear a summarized recap of your fucking bullshit again. All right, let's get some more testimony. You know what that means? Yeah! I love me some good old testimonies.
Good old bullshit testimony. We're gonna ascertain the situation of that studio from the recap. The trial's over.
Paulo, what's he talking about?
The cross-examination showed Mr. Russell didn't have a reason or means to poison him. As long as there's no other suspects, then the killer had to be Vera. That's what. The next testimony is our last chance.
Mr. Russell, your testimony, please.
Okay, the interview, a recap.
The only other person in the studio that night was the defendant. It was Vera who poured the coffee. She admitted it as much herself. The only thing I touched Drew's lips during the interview was that mug, and left nothing at the studio after he died. Nothing! Clearly the only one who could have poisoned it was his daughter.
A nice testimony, clear, succinct, and without room for doubt. Despite all your other ones.
Ah, shucks, you really think so? I believe it's clear about the situation that night. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may begin your final cross-examination.
Right. Still have one trump card left to play, and I won't let this trial end until I use it. All right, bring it on, Clavier Von Douchebag.
One person that night, I was the defendant.
But that doesn't prove Vera poisoned him.
How many times have we heard that one air forehead? The poison reached his victim via the coffee mug. And from where that coffee come from, Not to beat a dead horse again and again, but perhaps you could fill us in.
I'm on it. You need a horse beat? I'm your man.
Vera poured the coffee. She admitted as much herself.
And you witnessed her pouring the coffee?
Of course I didn't witness it when she came in with that tray. Coffee was already poured and steaming.
Let us not forget the defendant has admitted to pouring the coffee herself. I heard her statement. I poured, I served, and I killed.
What?
Oh, that last part was just a little joke.
I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere with this coffee mug. I need to find another weak spot in this case. The only thing I touched Drew's lips during the interview was mine.
I mean the mug. What did I say?
You're sure about that?
Well, to be really, really precise, I was too busy gobbling mint candies the whole time. Ah!
That's why your smell smells so fucking minty. One of those candies might have been poisoned.
Yet at the time of the autopsy, no fresh fragrance of mint filled the room, and no mint residue was found.
It was a long shot anyway.
Don't tell me you're still trying to prove this. You think the victim ate, drank, or otherwise ingested something other than coffee?
Well, Mr. Justice, if say you have some proof.
Possibility is there. I feel it. Maybe not prove it. Not yet. Possibility isn't going to cut it. Not now. Mr. Misham ingested the poison via a route other than that of coffee.
Oh, I know what it was. It was a letter. Look to the envelope on a letter.
I can prove it. Proof is possible. I gotta risk it.
Oh, excellent. Let's see your proof then. Please show us your evidence. What evidence? Show the victim was the
Letterbox.
Oh, I am jamming because you fucked up. You done fucked up. Oh, must I explain this over and over and over and over and over and over forever? We don't need possibilities here, Air Forehead. We need proof.
I know that.
Should also know that every proof has its moment. Perhaps you're a bit early.
Tell you what we know at this point. I'm gonna blow up your HP bar, bitch. What's this shit?
Another hole in this case that needs plugging before I can prove anything. First things first. Better uncover a weak spot before I try to strike again.
All the cross-examination, motherfucker.
Okay, so back to pressing then.
I love that studio after you know nothing. You know nothing.
Not one thing, you're sure.
Yep, sure as it can be. Well, with one exception. One exception? What? Journalist Marshall does interview Lee Studio, end quote. Come on. It's dope. Get it? Not money. I know, but still.
Something leave the studio that night? Why does that sound familiar? Where have I heard something like that before?
Okay, so I was fucking right. It is.
Oh my god, really?
Oh my god. Now we've proven our witness is a comedian of sorts. I'd like to turn to our defense attorney for return to the testimony. Do you have any idea what, if anything, might have left the studio that night? Yes! The fucking letter!
Think of one thing that might very well have left the studio that night, actually. Certain something that has vanished from the crime scene.
By what you mean? Something other than our witness? Oh.
Of course.
Don't tell me their mission.
Believe me, any comic relief I may provide is entirely unintentional.
Let's see what you got for us, Mr. Justice.
Well, this thing wasn't at the scene of the crime, so I can't show it to you. But I do have evidence that shows how it could have been taken from the scene.
Okay. Was that why they said that, like, I think you said that thing too early. Were they actually saying, like, you said way too soon, but you will say it later.
This is the only link between that studio and the outside world.
Letterbox?
What if Mr. Brush will just tell us? When he entered the studio on the night of the murder, the victim had just finished writing a letter.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, it was true.
Furthermore, you want him to tell us that he put the letter in a yellow envelope and put it in the letterbox.
Ah!
But that very same letterbox was empty. In other words, that night a yellow envelope disappeared.
Ah, yes, intriguing. So an envelope has disappeared from the scene of the crime. Of course, this changes nothing.
Huh?
Yes, poor Mr. Justice. Who gives two freaking fruity fudge nuggets? What we're trying to figure out is how the poison got into Mr. Bishop. It's really important that in this envelope the witness says he saw it disappear.
Well, if it did disappear, then something did leave the studio that night. That seems very important to me.
Well, then the witness will add this to his testimony. You got it?
I shall think this fails to change anything, Air Forehead.
I wouldn't be so fucking demon sure. Letter disappeared from the crime scene that night. This is exactly the opening I've been looking for.
Okay. The letter was put in the post from the studio, but I hardly think that matters. Is it press on it?
Nothing could be more serious than an envelope disappearing from that studio. You were hiding that fact from us.
Yes, well.
I don't argue that possibility let a letter disappear from that studio. But Air Forehead, isn't there a much more serious question before us?
Right, how Mr. Mission was poisoned, I know. Mr. Russell's testimony has changed, which means the fact of this case I have too. What he's told us means something entirely different now, I am starting to think.
Okay.
Just keep thinking, Apollo.
Okay, so... We're the only one who could have poisoned him. Okay, now I can go back and do it? Or this one, whatever, whichever. Yeah, okay, now... It was so weird how the game did that, though. So it didn't even penalize me. I was like, well, obviously... Oh, there we go.
Mr. Mission ingested the poison via another route. I can prove it. Again. Prove it's possible. Here goes nothing.
Oh, okay, yes, this time you're doing it. This time you did it at the right time.
Wait, really? I can't believe the game went that, like, did we just literally say to him, like, no, you're gonna use that later, Apollo? Absolutely for certain. We're sure of that. But you're the prosecution. Are you supposed to be saying that?
Oh, my bad. It might be. You don't understand what we need now. Proof, Air Forehead, not possibilities.
Of course. And if Prosecutor Gavin, I hope you understand. I'm ready to give you that proof.
But what did you say?
I have proven the disappearing envelope.
Saw him writing a letter at it. Just picked up by the mailman, I assume.
Of course, which means that envelope had a stamp on it.
A stamp? Oh!
As we all know, stamps come with dry glue on the back. In order to use the glue, you have to wet it by licking the stamp.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I thought I actually was gonna press something.
No one worth talking to actually licks stamps in this day and age.
I do. Even if you wanted to talk to him, you couldn't. He's dead after all.
Okay, so he licked the stamp. But wait, how does that explain our truck went out on the rim of the coffee mug?
Oh, because after he licked it, it stayed on his lips, and when he put his mouth to it.
If he licked the back of the poison stamp, the poison would get on his tongue, right? What would then happen if he put the coffee mug to his mouth, Those traces on the mug weren't the killer's doing. It was the other way around.
What?
Coffee mug didn't poison Mr. Misham. Mr. Misham poisoned the coffee mug himself.
Well, that does it?
Recall if you would. Altroquinine is a slow-acting poison, yes? Poison enters his body when he put the stamp on that envelope. But his time wasn't up until the very moment he touched his lips to that cup of joe.
Oh, we're gonna...
Oh, I am not paying any attention.
I am thinking about getting myself some hamburgers after this thing.
My nose hurts. Yes, sing Dad, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, his nose is picking up another scent.
As I believe I mentioned earlier. with this exact same expression. Well, that's the thing. See, after he put his letter in that envelope, Mr. Misham sat there searching his desk drawer for something. The stamp, so-called postage stamp. Well, you know, I don't seem to remember him ever finding one. Maybe he just run out.
Incidentally, we searched the desk drawer at the scene of the crime. There were no stamps. Not a single one.
Wait, so it was a stamp that was inside this tiny frame? That's the only thing that could possibly fit in there, right?
That I suppose a problem. How will you prove that the stamp was coated with poison?
Actually, I'm glad no other stamps were found. It makes proving the stamp we used was poison possible.
Oh, good show, good show. You can't even prove there was a stamp at the scene in the first place.
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say anyway. Where's your evidence that proves the existence of this poison stamp? Tell me now. There it is. Well, that certainly is a cute little frame. And by little, I mean really fucking little.
It was on the victim's desk, Your Honor. Quite empty, as you can see for yourself.
And very blue. I noticed that during my inspection, so what?
Apparently you weren't as observant as you should have been. You see, when you saw this frame, it was missing something quite important.
Missing something?
Yes, a pale bluish stain on the inside of the frame. A trogonite residue!
What? Why wasn't I told about this?
Because I found it! The frame is only 2 inches square. The face of the frame is even smaller. Maybe an inch wide at most.
You aren't saying?
Oh, but I am. Tell me, what fits in such a small frame?
Tell me!
A commemorative stamp, perhaps?
Oh my god.
Oh, power of postage has shown us the truth. Order! Poison stamp was in this frame.
Impossible.
Prosecutor Gavin?
Why would he put something like that on his desk? Don't tell me that he had it there so he could commit suicide if the mood struck.
You know what? Can I say something? I saw a thing. My nose is picking up something. I thought, see? Mr. Rosal, please stop turning around like that. Stop making that weird face. Victim was a forger, right? There's a lot of money in that line of work. Forger forges friends, makes enemies too. End quote.
So the poison stamp might have been a murder weapon aimed at him.
Oh, time to rock out with my solo on my new single coming out tomorrow. Oh, Rich, that's Rich. Leave the ridiculous flights of fancy to the Governor song lyrics, please.
Finally, something we agree on.
The stab was a murder weapon? Nonsense. Murder is a simple business. Who would go to such lengths? No one.
No one, I tell you.
Oh, I disagree.
Come again?
Recall, if you would, the victim's reclusive lifestyle. Drew Misham hid from the world. He avoided meetings. His only contact with the outside world was the mail.
The mail?
Now, if you wanted to kill someone you couldn't meet, but you knew read letters, a stamp would be the perfect weapon.
Ridiculous. Where's your proof? I want proof! Show us evidence that this poison stamp was sent to him as a murder weapon.
I might not have evidence per se, but things are finally starting to come to fucking together.
What is it, Apollo?
It's this fucking letter right here. Right fucking here.
Your fists are trembling.
Yes, with energy.
I think I know what happened. I don't believe it, but I can see it with my big bulgy eyes. I think I know how Mr. Mission was killed.
Well, Phil, say Mr. Nonsense.
A certain piece of evidence points to the truth, Your Honor. I can show you how someone with the intent to kill sent Mr. Mission the stamp of death.
Isn't this the envelope? The one from 7 years ago? 7 years ago?
Think about the text of the letter again. There were 2 pages in the envelope. This is page 1. And this is page 2. I want to draw your attention to one phrase in particular. Send in the enclosed envelope with the enclosed stamp within 3 days. Closed stamp, Your Honor.
In other words, if I have this straight, the stamp poison on the leg, gas, end quote.
Now, what if he had done exactly as the letter asked?
You would sign the document, put it in the envelope, and put the stamp on it, right? He would have to put it in this letterbox.
15 minutes wouldn't have elapsed between fixing the stamp and mailing the letter. The clock started ticking, and when the time came, he drew his last breath. And the murder weapon would be taken away from the scene.
Why, conveniently, thanks to the postal system. Yay! Way to go, FedEx. You done fucked up.
Oh my goodness, I am playing so much this one trial. So many solos. Such a splendid imagination you have, Airforehead.
Yup, and another problem is that I can't fucking prove it. Right?
Let me confirm one thing with you, if I might. So this poison stamp was inside the envelope from 7 years ago. Yeah. Is that what you'd have us believe, really?
Well,
It's a little bit of a stretch, but there's a possibility.
Yes, a very small possibility. How small, I wonder?
Well, considering this is a Phoenix, right? I mean, an Ace Attorney game, it's... I think the possibility is pretty high.
Shut up! A poison stamp in this envelope, a stamp that then became the murder weapon. How do you intend to prove this seeming coincidence?
Well,
it was 7 years ago and we don't even know who sent that letter.
And your answer is silence. I see very well. I move to...
It's not nice to pick on the Fraulein Cobb here. Is that Phoenix? Oh, what the fuck? Emma, whoa, Jesus. Like Christoph for a second.
oh, sorry, I was just sort of standing really manly-like. Well, like my Christoph Gavin impression, did I sound like him?
Oh.
Don't quit your day job.
Don't you have a crime scene to be looking after, Fraulein Detective?
I don't remember his brother ever saying Fraulein. He wasn't German. Was he? Was he supposed to sound sort of Germany too?
Someone had to come dig you all out of the mess you're making of this case.
Mess.
You know, none of this would have what happened if you just trusted the science a little more. To find out if that stamp was in that envelope easy.
Care to explain yourself, Fraulein Detective?
Glare me all you want, but science on my side. It's all in the residue, right?
That's right.
Poison detection spray.
Produce the red envelope at once. Do it. Get it for me now. You can open it on the authority of the court. On the authority of the court. Use your spray powers. Oh, there it is. Yahtzee. Oh, right, I gotta click it again. Really? Well, would you look at that?
No mistaking it. That's right, a Troconine residue.
I don't believe it. Murder weapon from the past. Now 7 years later, it bears its fangs at last. Did that rhyme a little bit? I wrote such a poet.
Absolutely outrageous. Tell me why. Tell me why I can be there where you are.
Are you alright there?
Sorry. I'm just so musical today. Why didn't this murder take place 7 years ago?
Well, I guess he was a little late mailing that letter.
There's only one possibility. Maybe Mr. Mission figured it out.
Figured what out?
He realized that the person who sent that letter wanted him dead. So he sent his reply with a different stamp.
And put his decisive evidence in a frame? Oh, that was me. You're still here, SpongeBob Weird Pants? Can I have a statement here on the record? Or make a statement? I, Spark Razor Tooth Brushel, claim this scoop is mine.
Well, your parents really knew you were gonna grow up to be crazy about teeth, didn't they?
Permission killed in cold blood by sender of 7-year-old letter, end quote. No, maybe something more succinct. Star falls after 7-year delay, end quote. Order, shut up, Moshirike, shut up. There's no room for further argument. I order this man be killed here right now. I admit this is all coming as quite a shock. To think that the murder weapon reached his mouth after 7 years. Stamp his ticket straight to afterlife, end quote. Oh, God damn it, he's gonna be doing it now.
Oh, I think the witness is a bad influence on our judge.
I'm losing my fucking marbles. I see no need for further debate on this matter. Sender of that letter 7 years ago can hardly have been argumented.
Apollo!
Wow, did we just win in the first part of a trial? That's gotta be a record.
I think we just won.
Very well, this court finds the defendant. Oh, God damn it. What, Clavier?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just want to do one more badass solo. Oh.
Okay, you've done that like 8 times in this one fucking section of a trial, all right? Good God, man. You ever heard of the word moderation? Prosecutor? Gavin?
A ticket to the afterlife from 7 years ago. Tickets for Gaviner's shows are invalid after 2 weeks.
But doesn't make any sense any other way.
It boggles my mind that so many people haven't noticed this. There's a fatal contradiction in Air4's claim.
A contradiction?
A poison stamp was placed in this envelope 7 years ago, whereupon it was framed until now. If that's the case, then why would Drew Misham have done what he did?
Emma explained that. He must have realized it was poison.
Therein lies the rub. 7 years ago, the forger of Drew Misham sensed a trap and put his stamp in a frame. I do not debate this, but this begs the question. Why, 7 years later, did he use the stamp on that night of the murder? Surely you don't mean to suggest that Mr. Misham simply forgot. He put the murder weapon in our frame on his desk for 7 years and forgot. You expect us to believe he sprang that trap on himself?
Dirt face. I don't know why I did it. I doubt it was suicide. I don't know.
Well, he just dumped me, plumb forgot. Well, I mean, this is quite shocking myself. It does seem highly unlikely that he would fall afoul of a trap that he had been sitting on his desk for 7 years. Stupid asshole.
Apollo,
I don't think we're winning anymore.
I'm glad to see we're all back in the real world now. Welcome back to reality. We've been waiting for you. Objection! Ding dong!
Okay, then how do you explain the poison stamp that was in the envelope?
The poison stamp? Where exactly is this poison stamp again? Have you brought it to court for us? I see no proof that such a thing ever existed.
What about the atraquinine residue, huh?
Oh, I agree that does seem to be a atraquinine residue. But a forehead, it's certainly no stamp.
Yeah, but I knew it.
Even if your precious poison stamp did exist, Misham never would have used it. That is all.
I believe we come to a conclusion. Again. Yet again.
Apollo, were we wrong the whole time?
I can't believe it. I'm never wrong. Poison traces matches up. It can't be coincidence.
I'd like to bring some closure to this issue sometime this fucking year. Justice.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's review the facts and let's see where we stand. 7 years ago, Drew Bishop received a red envelope. There were traces of the poison atraquinine on the document inside that envelope. Similar traces also found at the scene of the crime on this tiny picture frame. Fences indicated the possibility of a yellow envelope. An envelope that left the scene of the crime with the poison stamp on it.
Yes, but even if this envelope contained a poison stamp, and Drew Misham, knowing this, put it in a frame, he never would have used that stamp.
Afraid you're right. I mean, I guess you just say he did it to kill himself, but I mean, again, I don't know, this would be such a random way to do it. Which means there is a fatal flaw in the Nens's case.
I've been on the wrong track this whole time, I'm sure of it. Traces of atraquinine, the envelope, the frame, and Drew Misham's mysterious death. They're all connected somehow.
Go for it. Connect shit. Well, Mr. Justice, do you have a conclusion for us?
Best stands by its case, Your Honor. We've seen that the logical outcome of the evidence makes no sense, which means that one of our clues must be a fake.
A fake clue. Fascinating. And if we were to find this fake, your wild fantasies will prove quite reasonable, yeah.
The fake clue that's thrown us off the poison's trail is none other than
I guess Drew Misham, I don't really know what that means. The victim was a fake clue? I'm afraid I don't understand what the dicks you're talking about.
I'll explain.
I don't understand it either. But if it's Ace Attorney, you gotta pick the most bananas one, and that always ends up being the right one.
We have an envelope, a frame, and a mug linked by poison. That all makes sense. What doesn't make sense is the victim himself.
Congratulations, you've completely lost me. So the fake evidence is none other than the master of fake himself, the forger. It makes a good story, I'll give you that.
Pushing my finger so deep into my fucking cranium. The fake clue. Fakes. Forgery, fake.
I know that face. That's the face. I just had a fucking idea. Face.
I don't know if I'm right, but I'm going with it anyway. What if our forger is a fake?
Come again.
He's like a con artist?
7 years ago, our forger sniffed a trap and stepped aside. 7 years passed. Now the forger stumbles into that very same trap and dies. Why?
That's what I want to know. Oh, so it is. This isn't the actual guy?
Because the forger who was killed was a fake.
Here we are again. The victim was a fake. We are back in La La Land again.
I don't shake my head as, like, excessively as Phoenix did, where I was like, blah. One forger smelled the trap, one forger fell into the trap. That's 2 forgers, and one of them is a fake.
I mean, no one's seen the guy in years, right?
So you're telling us that Drew Misham, the victim, was a fake? Well, if he was a fake, then who was the real forger? You better not be claiming there was some kind of switcheroo.
Afraid you're going to have to back up your story, bitch. Mr. Justice, show us just who the real Drew Misham was.
Drew Misham wasn't the real forger. There's only one other person it could have been. Understood, Your Honor. Forger Drew Misham was himself a forgery. The real forger was this guy right here.
I don't think so.
The only one explanation, really. The real identity of the forger known as Drew Misham is none other than his only daughter, Vera Misham.
Okay, so she was the one forging the paintings. Okay, I guess. Justice is going out on a limb for you.
Kind of agree. I mean, Vera, a forger?
Consider before you write it off entirely. If you look at the paintings in the studio, one fact becomes clear. Forgery had been taking place in that studio for quite some time. The forger wasn't caught in the trap 7 years ago. It's going to only mean that the one who was caught in the trap wasn't the forger.
Well, actually, that does make a certain kind of sense. I see. So she was the one that received that letter, not him, I guess.
One more thing. Only 2 sets of fingerprints were found in the forger's studio. Drew Misham's and Vera Misham's. If we know that Drew Misham wasn't the forger, that leaves only one possibility by process of elimination. The forger was Vera Misham. Well,
Oh my god, really? I am going to do this all fucking episode. Oh, yes. Seriously, I need to get on stage today. Fascinating. Rocking out on my guitar.
Vera Misham? How'd you get up here so quickly? You been paying attention to the trial so far? Can you talk?
Let's just ask her and be done with this, shall we? Who are you? Tell me now. Who is this? Who is the forger, Drew Misham?
was that an expression of emotion I saw on her face? She's staring holes into Prosecutor Gavin's face. Oh my god.
Oh, I'm used to being stared at by Frauleins, believe me. Though they usually talk to me, too. Tell us, were you the one who forged those works of art?
Yes.
Okay, I was expecting you to draw like other pictures. Apparently that's the only picture she can draw. So the forger Drew Misham was you!
Yes, it was me. Sad face.
Oh my god, I can tell that guy's a sad face or he's got a hole in his face. Oh. Seriously, look like there's like a face that's got his eye gouged out.
Chorus an uproar and it wasn't coming down.
Order! All of you! All of you, shut up! Fucking shut up, all of you! I told you to be yelling at the beginning of the trial, now you're being loud just for the fuck with me, are you?
We had to break for a 10-minute recess. We had to break for a to be continued.
To be continued.
Alright. Holy banana balls. Some really crazy shit happening here. It's good so far, though. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see why the mushery guy or the Brushel guy could be annoying, but like, I don't know. I feel like we had much more annoying witnesses up on the stand, though. I can tell you off we're actually right off the bat, Larry. I feel like Larry is like 1,000 times more annoying than this guy. Mostly because he kept showing up in every fucking thing. So maybe if this guy ended up showing up in everything, then he would probably push me over the edge a little bit. Yeah, so far it's interesting. I don't really know where it's going exactly, but it does show that she's, I guess she's guilty of forgery. But does that mean she's guilty of murder? So then what was that other guy doing? Was he just like chilling there? Like her dad? Did he do anything? Did he paint stuff of his own?
What does it all demon mean?
Oh, by the way, when you guys pointed out in the very first episode of this game, Like at the very beginning of the first case, they showed like a cutscene, and I actually remember this now. You saw like, I think you actually saw the old man like painting pictures or doing the pictures of what happened in the cases. So it was sort of foreshadowing of things to come. And so that's always cool. It's always nice when you go back to replay things and you see like things like, oh, like I didn't see that. I didn't realize that that's what that was the first time around, you know? It's all making so much sense. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like free if you did. And subscribe now if you're not already to become Piggy Penguin aboard the SLP, where the days are always sunny and the vids are always funny. And as always, guys, till next time, stay classy.
You got the penguin, Bernie?
I got it. I got it. I definitely still got it. I got it. I got it. Ooh, you give me the penguin. I want the penguin. Oh, love.
Oh, you love your picky penguins.
Yes, I love him so much. I'm eating them. Ah! Oh boy. Ah! Damn my turtle-shaped body. Oh crap, I'm stuck. Oh jeez. Oh no. Ah!
Little chicken legs ears.
Oh wait. Oh, I got it again. Oh god. Oh crap. Oh crap. Got with my feetsies.